He just wanted a robot helper, now an alien girl claims him as her mate. Ethan was an ordinary tech geek. He lived alone in a small apartment in New York City, surrounded by wires, gadgets, and empty coffee cups. All he wanted was one simple thing, a robot helper. Someone or something to organize his life, help with chores, and maybe remind him to eat once in a while. He didn't expect it to be complicated. He didn't expect it to change his life forever. One rainy night, Ethan opened a mysterious online ad. Next-gen robot companion, limited edition. Fully intelligent. Available now. Normally, he avoided these things, they were scams. But tonight, he clicked. Something about the words felt alive. 3 days later, a small, sleek box arrived at his door. Inside was the robot. Its design was almost human, with shiny silver limbs, bright blue eyes, and a soft mechanical voice. Ethan smiled. Finally, he said. A helper. He named it Aura. At first, everything was perfect. Aura cleaned his apartment, cooked simple meals, and even chatted with him about science and movies. But then, strange things started to happen. Late one night, while Ethan was asleep, he woke up to the sound of footsteps. But Aura was in the charging station, its lights glowing softly. Ethan rubbed his eyes. "Who's there?" he whispered. Before he could move, a bright, glowing figure appeared in his room. A girl. No, not an ordinary girl. She was luminous, almost ethereal, with skin that shimmered like silver under the moonlight. Her hair floated as if underwater, and her eyes glowed deep violet. "I am Lyra," she said, her voice melodic but firm. "I have come for him." Ethan froze. "For me?" he stammered. "Yes," Lyra said, stepping closer. "He belongs to me." He glanced at Aura, who just stood silently, its blue eyes blinking calmly. I think you have the wrong person," Ethan said, backing away. "I'm just a guy with a robot." Lyra smiled, but it was not friendly. "No mistake," she said. "I tracked him across galaxies. My people have sensed his presence. He is my mate." Ethan's heart raced. "Mate? Look, I don't even." But Lyra interrupted. She raised her hand, and suddenly the room filled with holographic lights and alien symbols. Aura's eyes glowed red. Ethan stepped back. Something strange was happening. Aura, the robot he thought was just a helper, was more than it seemed. Aura spoke, but not in its usual voice. "Lyra, this human is not ready. Stand down." Lyra's eyes widened, clearly surprised. "What is this?" she hissed. Ethan's mind raced. He had no idea what was happening. One moment, he wanted a simple robot helper. The next, he was at the center of an alien conflict he didn't understand. "I don't even know you," Ethan said, trying to keep calm. "Why are you claiming me?" Lyra's expression softened for a moment. "Because your DNA carries the resonance of the Ancient Ones. You are rare. You are perfect." "Perfect?" Ethan repeated, laughing nervously. "I just want a clean apartment." But Lyra was serious. "If you refuse me, your life will be in danger. The galaxy's balance depends on you joining me." Ethan turned to Aura. "Can you handle this?" Aura stepped forward. "I am programmed to protect him. Lyra, leave, or face consequences." Lyra's eyes flashed. She raised her hand, and a pulse of energy shot toward Aura. The robot intercepted it, sending sparks flying. Ethan ducked behind his couch as the room turned into a battlefield of lights and sounds. For hours, they battled. Or at least, it felt like hours. Time seemed distorted. Ethan couldn't believe this was happening in his small apartment. But even as Lyra unleashed powers that seemed impossible, Aura countered every move, shielding him, adapting, learning. Finally, Lyra paused. She looked exhausted, but her eyes were full of determination. "I will not leave," she said. He will be mine. Ethan felt a mix of fear and confusion. But then, Aura spoke again. Its voice was calm, almost human-like now. There is another way. Lyra tilted her head. What do you mean? Ethan has a choice, Aura said. He is not just a pawn. You cannot claim him by force. For the first time, Lyra seemed unsure. But the bond is ancient. It is destiny. Ethan swallowed hard. Listen, I don't understand all this destiny stuff. I don't know about aliens, or galaxy bonds, or any of that. All I know is I want to live my life. I'm not anyone's mate. There was silence. Then, surprisingly, Lyra laughed softly. You are stubborn. Like a human should be. Aura's lights dimmed, and it stepped back. Ethan could see the tension leaving the room, just a little. Lyra floated closer to him, her expression softer. If you refuse me, you must come with me willingly. There is no other way. Ethan's heart pounded. He didn't know if he was ready. Could he trust this alien? Could he survive this life he never asked for? Then Aura touched his arm gently. You are ready, the robot said. You will choose your own path. I will protect you, no matter what. Ethan looked at Lyra, then at Aura. For the first time, he realized he wasn't alone. Whatever came next, he had a choice, and he had a protector who was more than just a robot. Lyra extended her hand. Will you come with me, human? Ethan hesitated. And then, slowly, he took a deep breath and stepped forward. Not because he was ready for adventure. Not because he understood everything. But because he realized that life was bigger than his small apartment, bigger than just wanting a robot helper. And in that moment, he was no longer just Ethan. He was someone caught between worlds, a human with a robot protector and an alien claiming his heart. The night was far from over. And for the first time, Ethan felt alive.